Hello everybody, welcome back to our very first episode of Adventures with Alyssa and Friends. So today we're going to be making chocolate chip cookies. Now I got brown sugar everywhere, so we had to stop the video and clean it up. And now we're going to retry this. So we have a couple things in the bowl that I'm going to tell you about real quick. So we have 2 sticks. This is Aunt Debbie's secret recipe for chocolate chip cookies. So we have 2 sticks of margarine. If you use butter for your chocolate chip cookies, it makes the cookies flat, but the margarine helps. And then we also have how much? 3/4 cups of white sugar, and we have 3/4 cups brown sugar tightly packed into the cup.
Yes.
So now we're going to move on to our eggs.
2 eggs.
Thank you. Oh, carrot peeling. Oh.
Alyssa's going to rinse her hands because anytime you have egg on your hands, you always want to wash your hands afterwards.
We should do family shout-outs in here.
The next ingredient we're going to have is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now the recipe calls for a whole teaspoon of salt, but again, this is my secret recipe, so I only use 1/2. The next ingredient
You're done?
Taylor's frozen. No, just
The next ingredient
until you
is
come in.
a teaspoon
Of baking
soda, and I heap it just a tad bit. And
Are you gonna
then
get back
the
in,
next
Evan?
ingredient is going to be a teaspoon of
You can do that. I gotta wash my hands again.
vanilla. My last secret ingredient, you need to eat the Parmesan ones.
Is this the Parmesan?
The last secret to my cookie recipe is 1/2 teaspoon of water. It doesn't call for that in the recipe, but that's my secret.
How do you know which is which?
I labeled it.
Yes. I'll
Right.
take one of those manuals.
We've got 1/2
A
teaspoon.
little bit.
So then you take the mixer
And we'll beat it up.
and you beat it up until it's nice and creamy.
It's not even plugged in. Alright. Plug this in. If you're a kid and you're gonna do this, make sure you have adult supervision.
Yes.
How long are we beating this for?
Nice and creamy.
Oh yeah. So we've beat it till it was nice and creamy and everything was combined. We still have a couple chunks of butter, but that's perfectly fine because we're going to need to add some more ingredients.
Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is take a rubber
Scrape the
spatula
bowl.
and you're going to scrape around the sides of the bowl so that all of the mixture gets into the center.
What about that?
You can eat it.
I don't want to wash my hands again. I won't touch my finger.
Okay. The next ingredient, and this is another one of my secrets, is you put
You
in...
said it was the last secret.
Well, I have more. You put in 1 cup of flour at a time. So the recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of flour. I actually put in 3 cups of flour. That's my last secret. Maybe.
Let's just say that's not, but Don't be surprised if it is.
All right, now Alyssa's going to mix that in.
Turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared it's gonna blow everywhere.
If you turn your mixer on low, then the flour won't blow everywhere.
There's still tons of flour on the bottom.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Again, you want to take the spatula and scrape the sides of the
Evan,
bowl.
are you done? Okay.
Make sure that all the dough gets to the
We
center
gotta
of the
hurry
bowl
up.
where you're going to be mixing.
We have 5 minutes already.
Okay, then you add the second one and mix again.
Now we're gonna do this process one more time after this, and we're not really gonna talk because you guys already know. So. Oh, gosh. That was a little high. We're gonna have to try a bite of this.
Okay, and then last I do one more full cup of flour. And this is going to make your cookies nice and thick and puffy.
Last time, we're not going to turn it on as high as we did last time because, as you can see, it got a little foggy in here. You guys probably couldn't see it, but we can. Oh. You put it on too high again. It's not mixing. You need to turn it on higher. Alright. Oh yes, I have to show them. Alright everybody. In my next couple of videos, we are going to have a special guest, and I'll have him say hi every time. But tonight he's going into surgery. This is Mr. Poopy, and Poopy for short. And as you can see, first day we got him, which is today, he had a little hole. So we're going to do some surgery on him tonight. And Mr. Poopy will be in our next future videos. And I'll keep him in here for this video, but you guys might not see him. So.
All right, now we're going to add our chocolate chips, which is the most important ingredient.
Yep.
Now, I don't usually measure my chocolate chips. I usually put in about 5 handfuls.
All right.
So let's see how much 5 handfuls actually is. We're going to measure and see how much 5 handfuls is. 3 handfuls is about 1 cup.
Red. If you make a mess, you can clean it up with your mouth.
So it's about 2 cups. So usually after that, I just take a tablespoon and I...
Tablespoon?
Yep.
That looks a little bit bigger than a tablespoon.
It is. I don't have a clean one. So I take a tablespoon and I use the spoon to mix up the dough. And if it doesn't look like there's enough chocolate chips in the dough, then I just add more. But this is what your dough should look like. See all those chocolate chips in it? There shouldn't be any spots in your dough that don't have chocolate chips in them. So usually what I do is I cook the cookies, I bake them at 375 for 10 minutes.
Sorry, I was ordering the chocolate chips.
And that's it. I take a tablespoon, and I use a tablespoon for the size of
It's
cookie
a little bit large of tablespoon though.
because
A tablespoon is not this big, people. A tablespoon is a little bit smaller. This is not a tablespoon. Does this look like a tablespoon to
I
you?
don't have any clean ones.
This
is
is
a
a
tablespoon.
tablespoon.
So usually I use a big heaping tablespoon for the size
Like
of my
this.
cookies. You're gonna dump that everywhere. So you can make the cookies whatever size you want. If you make them the size of a regular tablespoon, let me show you.
So really quick while she's getting that, or hang on, she probably got it. Okay, I'll just say, me and Mr. Poopy are going to tell you something. Now, you can eat this alone. You don't have to cook it, but like some people have spoonfuls at a time. You eat it at your own risk. You can get salmonella from
'Cause
the
it
raw
does have-
eggs.
yes, it does have raw
So
eggs in it.
be careful with eating this without cooking.
This is about the size of cookie dough that I use on my cookie sheet.
Oh, preheat your oven to 375.
Yes. So this is about the size of cookie dough that I use because I like big
We
cookies.
have to stop the video. It's already over 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
See
you next time. Bye. Say bye, Mr. Poopy. Bye.